What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Thursday, January 16th, 2025. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Hope everybody's doing well. Appreciate you. Happy Thursday. Okay, Moon is gonna finish up in Leo this morning and ingress into Virgo. Super void off course Moon today. Like, it starts off with a quincunx to the sun, and then in the early morning, early afternoon, depending on where you are, it's gonna quincunx Pluto. But that's about all she wrote for the Moon. There's going to be some sessy quadrants in play. But, other than that, it's very void. Those are minor aspects. The Moon is void when it doesn't make any major aspects. And it's really not going to today. So there's a lot of depth, I think. This Moon's going to finish up in Leo. And it's in that heart center, kind of wanting to create, have some fun. Then it comes into Virgo, and all of a sudden the ego can kind of get popped. And what that means is that maybe things that we were a little extravagant about earlier in the week, or even starting the day off with, we can be met with like high scrutiny from ourselves, maybe from other people with those quincunxes. High judgment, or really just trying to look at things with a keen eye. And this is where, like, I think OCD can kind of come into play on this Thursday. It's also the first time the Moon's come into Virgo since we've had a South Node there. So this Moon's going to start to really activate this South Node in Virgo. So I think there's like a heavy sort of intensity towards a real critical, like, keen eye, like really paying attention today. And, if that's going to cause us stress and worry, that's, I think what we want to avoid as best we can right now. Stress and worry is never going to make anything better, but proactive Capricornian things, taking steps in the right direction, being responsible, showing up, those can always yield high reward. So today's an interesting day of kind of feeling a little lost. It's Neptune, Sun, sextile. There's like a little bit of, not really sure what's going on, but I sure do want to focus on something, but really not maybe, I don't know, use the dreaminess, use the sort of surrealness to get out of stress. Like, start fantasizing about how you're going to get out of things or make things better. If you're feeling like, woe is me or something, or being a little harsh, it's positive right now to look at the bright side and kind of be like, where can things actually go? Where can they go? Do I believe in it? Do I have the faith in it? And then am I willing to do something to get that? And yeah, just don't stress or worry too much. Today can kind of like shift from the earlier part of the week not really having that vibe to like all of a sudden it's hyper sort of intensified today that can have us, looking at everything with a super critical eye. And I think it's fine to pay attention to detail as long as we're not letting the detail ruin us. We can get out of situations. We can make the necessary adjustments and changes that we need to. Got to have a vision, got to have a faith, and got to have empathy and love for yourself and for others. This is also one of those days where it's like, I don't know, Venus, Saturn coming together, Venus coming off the square to Jupiter. It's got that vibe of like, well, this person didn't show up perfectly, so I'm mad at them. Or, it's something else's fault. So don't fall into that category, right? Like, be empathetic. Like, people got things going on in life. Maybe they couldn't show up at their best that day. Maybe they did show up at their best that day, right? Our best can vary from day to day. So remember that for yourself and remember that for others. And try to be responsible with, maybe it's even money with Venus here and Saturn. Or the people that are in your life. Do you have unconditional love? Could they slip up and you're still going to love them? Or is it, are we just picking everything apart with ourselves and people? And all of a sudden we're getting ready for the Moon to oppose all of this tomorrow. And then we're going to really feel it. So today can kind of be a build-up day. We don't want to build resentment today towards ourselves or others or anything. We definitely want to like chill out, let things slide. Things might miss a little bit today with the void off course Moon. Might just feel like we're not hitting at all cylinders, and we might have a very high standard for the day for everything. And I think as long as you're willing to like chill out on that, use some of these sextiles from Capricorn to Pisces with Mercury Also sextiling Venus and getting ready to sextile Saturn. Coming off the quincunx to Jupiter. Which Jupiter is now a co-ruler of the North Node, and so is Uranus. Oh, I'm sorry, so is Neptune. So big shifts. And of course, Mercury is now the dispositor of the South Node. So very in between sort of energy, ingress time. Your mindset is so important right now. Keep positive mindset, keep a positive attitude, keep a good openness, but also hunker down and focus on things right now that do have the potential to get you to a dream or a vision, and be able to at least understand that within yourself, and then see how things fall into place. They might not fall into place exactly how you expect them to, but they will fall into place. Hopefully the volume's alright. It's like hitting hard today. It's weird how sometimes the volume just changes. It usually happens after I update my computer. And I just did that last night. So I don't have time to re-record this, so hopefully the volume isn't just destroying your guys' ears. My apologies. I'll get it dialed for tomorrow. This is a good example of things not being perfect. Very good example of things not being perfect. So bear with me. Page of Cups. The STD results are in. Ha! Dun dun dun. This deck's so funny. Well, it's a day to be curious emotionally, be able to express ourselves. We might get, information and news that we don't want to see, or that we're in some kind of we're in fear from, but it might, it's going to hurt my ego. It's going to hurt something. Just open whatever it is, see what's in there before you start worrying or stressing. I think that's a big part of this, and it's a fitting little card. So appreciate you all. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.